Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our new lesson. Today our lesson is all about the very special lessons which are about the very famous book of Kashmir. I would like to make you know, all viewers, these lessons would go in three languages. One is English first, then Kashmiri, and then Urdu. And these lessons I call Darsi Dastur Salikin or Wirdul Muridin. Wirdul Muridin is a book, or you can say is written by Hazrat Baba Dawood Khaki Rahmatullahi Alayh. And he was the disciple of Sheikh Hamza. He was the disciple of Sheikh Hamza. So I would like for us to say in Kashmiri that this program is based on Kitab Wirdul Muridin. Leshmus Hazrat Baba Dawood Khaki Alayhi Rahmah. Us wesan yamik viewers gasan as Iran to be world over gasin. Taki tim zanhan ke yum Kashir maz as Persian poets या पर कशीर हिंद बड़ सेंट्स यम शेख कशीर हिंद तमो कूता लिटरेचर पथ कुन त्रोमुत कशीर मज फारसी जबान मज वनिस्तान लुक जानन वर्ल्ड ओवर या रूमी अलैहि रहमा हाफिज शिराजी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह शेख सैदी रहमतुल्लाह अलैह फिरदौसी और रहमतुल्लाह अलैह एंड ऑल अदर पोएट्स बट युस अस यह किताब छे यह अस करूस बेस गोडनेथ यम दोन सेक्शन मज कर्मित अख सेक्शन अत मज कि ट्रांसलेशन तो प्रोनाउंसिएशन कित पे परो विरदुल मुरीदीन अमिच प्रोनाउंसिएशन क्या अमिच ट्रांसलेशन क्या अड़न लेसनन मज दरस विरदुल मुरीदीनस मज 5 वर्सेस 5 शार 5 अशर अड़न मज अड़न मज 3 युथ अस लेसन बासे लकुट गोवा बोड़ गोवा थो अत मज बिल्कुल बैलेंस बट बह वन यह लुकन तान वातना बह यह शेष कि अस पज इन पे काम कर पज पन स्कॉलरशिप पन जहानत पज जाय कर सिर्फ पेपर लेखन मज कह ताकि गो खुश या लुक गसन खुश कि पेपर पढ़न वल किताब 10 करो कंसल्ट अक्स इशूस पर करो पेपर तो अम सन सारी लिटरेरी फोरम लिटरेचर अदब एक जबान तथ खुश गसान क्या अदबस मज फ्रॉम फर्स्ट पेज तो लास्ट पेज काम कर तो बेस यहां बह सारे तिम वन कि तुम रूजू पन काम करान तुम मिलन तिम लुक यम तुम वन आज क्या कर तिम कर तुम ना उम्मीद माशाअल्लाह बस पान गवर्नमेंट मुलाजिम तो मे जरूरत क्या मगर बस तिमन वन यम कहें कर मगर इन कामन पे कर तिमन पे हौसला अफजाई कर अगर मैं कम कर दपान प्रोफेसर बनिया ना वन यानी कि यु अम वुचान अमिश जेलसी गसान सह जेलसी फैक्टर योतान त्रो योतान जेलसी फैक्टर त्रो हेको न ब्रोह कुन पकित कहें तो यह बड़ शौक मे बह वन मे कस मदद ना मे मदद कोर्मुत ना यूनिवर्सिटी फोरवन ना यूनिवर्सिटी ना स्कॉलर सिवाय खुदाई सुन मदद अत मसे कोर्मुत मदद खास कर मे यम मे काम कर पर्वल शुरू ये पैटर्नस पे तुम वो वन लेसन क्युथ पैटर्न अत मे काम कर्मुत विरदुल मुरीदीन तो बेस बह पर्ल कर अथी पैटर्नस पे कर पर्ल सह गई दीवानी गनी गनी कश्मीरी सज दीवान तथ पे बह अथ पैटर्नस पे कर तो बह कर बे अक लट गुजारिश कि अस पज पन पान सिर्फ पेपर पर्न मज महदूद थावन कह या अस पज पन पान महदूद थावन कि वन बह अम पे लग बह स्ट्रगल कर अम पे गन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन तम पे कर बह स्ट्रगल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन मज कुछ हाईएस्ट पोस्ट बह कर तुकन तम पे कर बह स्ट्रगल तम पे कुछ बोड़ पोस्ट सन जिंदगी रोजान सिर्फ अथ मज अथ जुदोजहदस मज रोजान सन जिंदगी बंद तो कंट्रीब्यूशन हेकान कर कहें अस जरूरत कि अस करो कंट्रीब्यूशन फ्रॉम फर्स्ट पेज टू लास्ट पेज यह कि रटो इशू अत पे पो पेपर दा बेक वरी अथ पे पेपर दा बेक वरी अथ पे पेपर दा बस वन सह काम जाय गसान So now in English I would say this is the work started by me and by the wish of Allah. There was no help done by any person or any university, because you don't find now the persons who are ready to help you there. Instead, they are going to discourage you. But this work has been started. This is the work of Hazrat Sheikh Baba Dawood Khaki alayhi rahmah, and these are the verses. This is the book Wirdul Muridin, in the reverence and in the praise of his Peer, in the praise of his Khwaja, in the praise of his Sheikh Hazrat Sultan Arifin. And this work is based on two sections. First section is the section which is based on some 100 parts, wherein we have completed Wirdul Muridin, and next section is based on some more 100 parts, that is some more parts that is based on the commentary of the verses. But this time we have just tried to do the pronunciation and do the analysis of the verses and do the translation of the verses in, we will make you understand in Urdu and in this English as well, and with English phonetics as well. That way you can read how to read the verses, because we always read the verses in incorrect way. I will show you how we read it in correct way. So I will say, we have started this work, I have started this work, and on this pattern I have started a parallel work of another great, I would say, author, and his name is Ghani Kashmiri, Diwani Ghani, on the same pattern. If you like the pattern, please you write to me, and I would like that you suggest me, and you can note my address, bukharihamid786@gmail.com. And if you want any help, and I'm always ready to help all people. And with this I would like to start. And first verse, I would like to write first verse, and then I would like to go for the analysis of the verse. First I would write here, shukr. Yeah. Then see, this is the first verse of Wirdul Muridin. I would like to read it. Shukr lillah, haliman, shukr lillah haliman, har lehza niko tar shudast, har lehza niko tar shudast. First, I would like to go for the translation and the pronunciation in Persian and in English. First, I will write here. This is the word here. This is shuk. This is shuk. What? Shuk. Then there is r sound here, and this is like this, shuk. 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 And how to transcribe it in Urdu, in English, and we will transcribe in English from here. From here. So it will become like this. This is sh, this is u sound, this is k sound, and this is r sound. Or no, you cannot do like this. You can do like this. See, please. This is sh sound, this is k sound, this is u sound, and this is r sound. So you have to read it like one, like shukr, 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 and then this is shukr lillah. So we don't have to pronounce it like all together. It's between a and it's in between that, so we cannot say fully like lillah. So we'll first see the Persian pronunciation of this. For example, shukr means I would like to go for here. It's gratefulness. Gratefulness. So gratefulness. How can you translate it into Urdu? Like shukr guzar. Shukr guzari. Shukr guzari. So, or you can say shukriya. You can say shukriya. So this was shukr, the pronunciation, and in English you can say shukr, shukr. Then this is the verse here. How can we do the work of this? Now see first. This is like this is la. This is la. Then this is again la he. For example, this is la. This is la lo he shukr la lo he shukr la lo shukr la lo shukr or shukr la lo shukr la lo. In between, like in poetry, I will show you in poetry there is a different way to read the verse. This is not the way you just as if there is the prose style of Persian you read, but in poetry the poem you read that's of a different style. So it was la law, shukr la law, then hal. The pronunciation of hal. First, la law is the word here. I would say this was the first word, shukr, and now this is for la law. This is for la law. The second one. So it is for Allah. For Allah. That means Allah ke liye. Allah ka ya Allah ke liye. Ya in Kashmiri you can say shukriya Khuday sind khadr. Khuday sind khadr. So shukr Allah, then hal. The pronunciation of hal first. So the hal. How to write now this hal? First was the shukr, then it was Allah or lal. Or you can say, you can write this like this. Lal, la, shukr Allah, hey. Then now it's hal. How to write hal? Hal is like this. This is now hal. This is hal. This is la. This is hal. Shukr Allah, hal. Shukr Allah, hal. Now this is hal. This is halat. Halat. Word halat. Or you can say in English now, condition. First it was gratefulness. Then it was lillah. For whose gratefulness? For God, for Allah. Then halat, condition. Condition of whose? The person who writes these verses is Hazrat Baba Dawud Khaki alayhi rahmah. So this is halat. This is halat, condition, feelings, my condition, my halat, miun ha. So halat. So this was the pronunciation. So you can write pronunciation in brackets. Shukr, then it's man. It's man. It's man. Man means mine. Man, to me. It belongs to me. My. Mera ya meri. Very good. Now my, mera ya meri, ya myun. So shukr lallah hale man. It's now har. Har means in every direction, or every direction, like this har. Every, har kisi, ya har koi, ya pratkan. Now we can say later what is the full meaning of the verse. What is the full meaning of the verse? So first was this, then this man, then her. Now this is how to read this one. It's not, some people read it like lehza, some people loza. So you have to pronounce it correctly. So first we will see it is la. Like fatah there on la and ha, there is to be sakin la. Then it is za, like this. The pronunciation of this now. This is la, and then it is lahza. 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 See, it was lahza. Lahza. So lahza, what lahza means? Lahza means here, you understand here, what is this? Lahza means pal, or nigah, or lamha. Lahza. Pal. Lamha. Or nigah. Or in English, how can you say now? Moment. Well, I would like to say that every part of this, whether it's translation, whether it's pronunciation, whether it's Urdu translation or English translation, or our own way of interpretation, is copyright. No part can be produced either in video form or in written form. You cannot produce anything without having consultation with the author. And it's then authors, and maybe we don't allow you for that because it's our original work. So you first write to us, you first come to us, you first plead us, because we have never been helped by anyone. So we won't help others, and we won't allow any person to go for imitation of this material. Or this is copyright. Every part of it is copyright. So this is lah. It's lah. Now how to read it? It's lahza. Lahza. So lahza. Very good. Lahza. Now this is tar. This is tar. Lahza tar. Lahza tar. Now what does it mean? Lahza tar means in every moment. In every moment. Har pal. Prath kuni waqt. Prath kuni waqt. Shudast. Shudast. Should means, in should we can say should. Its pronunciation is, this is sh, it's u sound, and this should means gaya. Or you can say past participle. It's gaya hua. It's already done. Gaya. Shudast. Shudast. Now it's ast. It means hai. Like imperfect, how we use imperfect language, in perfect participle or imperfect language, we use such type of language like us. This is us, then it's they. So it's us. So please don't read it like we sometimes make awkward actions of our mouth, and sometimes we call those in Urdu, we call nakhre. No, don't do it with this language. When you don't pronounce the language in correct form, it will give a different meaning. So God forbid. So don't read it like we say ist. We say ist. See. If you read it like ast, and if you read it like ist, God forbid, means the place which is a bathroom, or which is a lavatory, or the place we call it in Urdu pakhana, ist. So ast means hai. So how to read it now? We'll just write now the pronunciation in English. The pronunciation of this one part of the verse in English. So it will become like this. Shukr. It will become like this. Yes. Shukr lillah, or shukr. Shukr lillah. Shukr lillah. Shukr lillah. Shukr lillah. Holiman. This is her sound. This is R sound. This is L sound. This is A sound. This is M sound. This is A sound. This is N sound. So it becomes Shukr lillah holiman. Shukr lillah holiman. Now this is her sound. This a sound. Har. Now it is not now leh, it's leh. So it's l sound, it's s sound, it's her sound, it's z sound, it's a sound, it's har lahza. Har lahza. Shukr lillah liman har lahza. Now this one, the pronunciation of this Neko, we have forgotten this pronunciation of this. See how it is to be first pronunciation and then translation. This is this is Nico. See, it's Neko. Sometimes we wrongly pronounce it as in Kashmiri dialect. We say Neko. So it's like E sound there under N sound, like this. See, the pronunciation of this is U sound. It's Nico or Niku tar. Niku. 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 Goodness. Niku. What does it mean? Achai. Bala. Or you can in English say goodness. So, Niku tar shudas. So how to now read this? Shukr lillah hale man har lahza niku tar shudas. Niku tar. It's in between O and in between U sound. I will show here. So this was shukr lillah hale man har lahza. Then it's Niku. It's more related to U sound than O sound. Niku. 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 Then it's sound, tar, then is sh sound, u sound, is d sound, a sound, s sound, and t sound. So it becomes, so you can read, if you are well versed in English phonetics, English phonetics you can learn only in 15 minutes, these symbols. So you can go to our lectures wherein we teach you symbols of English language, or the symbols of Kashmiri language, or the symbols of Arabic language with me. So you can read it now. Shukri lillah haliman har lahza niku tar shudas. Shukri lillah haliman har lahza niku tar shudas. So this was the first. I will just again go for this. The pronunciation is shukr, and then it's lillah. Then it's hal means halat, or shukr means gratefulness, shukr guzari. Lillah is for Allah, Allah ke liye. Then ha is halat, is condition, the mind condition, mine. Then it's har lahza, to every moment of mind, for every moment of mind, for every, I would say the type, zamana, for every period of mind. Now it's for every period. Niku tar shudas, niku tar shudas. So this is the verse in Persian, this is the pronunciation in Persian, and this is the translation in English. So this is the translation in Urdu, and this is the translation. This is transcription in English. So in English phonetics, you can read it again. So this was first verse. Now it's again its next part. The next part of this verse is now, Why do we rub here? You can go back to our lecture. You can move back this cursor, and then you can restart it and you can repeat it. So the next part of this is, Sheikh. Sheikh Sheikhan, Sheikh Hamza. Sheikh Sheikhan, Sheikh Hamza. تا مرا رهبر شده است. For every time here we can say. So first we'll just see the Sheikh. You don't need to pronunciation of this sheikh. So sheikh means peer. Sheikh means peer or saint. It's the same pronunciation. Sheikh means saint or peer. Peer or khwaja. Saint. That means sheikh, sheikhan. Sheikhan means the saint of saints. The saint of saints. The king of the saints here. The saint of saints. Sheikhan. So ashyaq is the plural of this sheikh. Ashyaq. Ashyaq. Ashyaq is the plural of this word. So sheikh means saint. Sheikhan, the saint of saints, whose name is Sheikh Hamza. So Hazrat Sultan al-Arifin, his actual name was Hamza, Sheikh Hamza. Sheikh Hamza. Ta mara. Ta mara. So ta is till. Sheikh Hamza. Ta means till. So the pronunciation first of ta is here. Ta means till. Tak. Tamara. Till death, or you can say till the end, or you can say for every time. For every time, because I would say there is no death, and death is, I would say only, yeah, I won't say there is death. There is definitely death is, but for good people, you know that what has been promised for good people, and they have to taste it only. They have to taste it only. And he says that forever he is Mara Rahbar. Now there is the word, this what we call that Mara. Mara, its pronunciation. Mara. So God forbid if you say, some people with not knowing the pronunciation, they would go in poetic style, Ta Mira. For example, if they don't know Ta Mira. Mira in Persian means ladai. In Persian means quarrel. In Persian means jagda. So ta, if we just read it mira, it will change the meaning. So be sure that you read it mara. You read it mara. Now there is rahbar. Some people pronounce it as rahbar. It's not rahbar. It's not rahbar. It's not s sound there. It's ah sound there. See how it's the Persian. It's rah. Then it's bar. It's rahbar. It's rahbar. So it's not rahbar, it's rah, then it's bar. It's rahbar. Rahbar. So first, what does rahbar means? What does rahbar means? Rahbar means rahnuma. Rahnuma, guide. Rahnuma, guide. Guardian. So guide. So to whom he is saying about? He's saying about Sheikh Hamza, Sheikh Khan, Sheikh Khan. Sometimes you cannot read it. See, Sheikh Khan, Sheikh Khan, Sheikh Khan. So it's not to be pronounced like Khan. So it's like this. Sheikh Khan, Sheikh Khan, Sheikh Hamza. Tamara Rahbar Shudast. Shudast, we have gone for this, that he happened to be, or he is my guide. So it's Rahbar. So how to now transcribe this into English? Transcription is sh sound is Sheikh Khan. Sheikh Khan is to be transcribed here. Sheikh